From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chief of the Music Division of the Library of Congress, Sue Vita.
Thank you. So I don't have to introduce myself. Well, on behalf of Dr. James Billington, the Librarian of Congress, and the entire library staff, it's my great honor to welcome you to one of our favorite events of the year, the annual ASCAP We Write the Songs concert from the stage of the historic Coolidge Auditorium. So before we kick off tonight's events, I would like to acknowledge an anniversary. We meet tonight in this historical Coolidge Auditorium, which this year marks its 90th year as a concert venue. The legislation permitting the establishment of Mrs. Coolidge Endowment Fund, and therefore got the ball rolling for construction of the Coolidge Auditorium, was signed into law by President Coolidge on January 23, 1925. The first concert took place, I should probably give a prize for whoever could guess when the first concert took place, but the first concert took place on October 28, 1925, and it looked just like it does now. So I think, first of all, this is the most wonderful venue. It's acoustically gorgeous, but who could imagine that they could do it in 10 months? I mean, it just absolutely boggles the mind these days. Tonight is a celebration. It's about the joy of music. It's about the importance of music, not only in our personal lives, but as a record of who and what we are, what we've thought, what we've shared, what we've cared enough about to give song and voice to, and what we realize needs to be preserved. And that is the library and ASCAP shared passion. Our shared interest is in preserving the product of creativity, talent, and craft, as well as the history and biography of its creators. If it is preserved, it can be used as an inspiration by future generations. No one is more aware of the importance of this shared mission than Dr. James Billington, the Librarian of Congress, and he works tirelessly for it. It is such a special evening because it is a gathering of like-minded people coming together to celebrate creativity and its preservation. Here we have members of ASCAP and the ASCAP Foundation, the fantastic Paul Williams, the new CEO of ASCAP, Beth Matthews, to whom I would like to extend the warmest welcome possible. We look forward to working with you on our mutual goals and aspirations. There's another constituency in the hall, the members of Congress. They come to introduce and to applaud the talented artists who will perform for us tonight, cognizant of the role that they play in protecting the rights of the artist to be compensated for their creativity. We are so honored to have you attend. And since the attendance grows every year, you must be spreading the word with your peers. So a very warm welcome and thank you. We also particularly thank the songwriters who will grace us with their talent. Without them, we would not have this evening of celebration. So finally, it is my pleasure to introduce the fantastic Paul Williams, ASCAP Chairman and President, a man who, in spite of his stature, always seems to be 10 feet tall. Thank you, Paul, for being such a great ambassador for all music creators.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you for that marvelous introduction and all. I'm Paul Williams. I'm President and Chairman of the Board of ASCAP. It is the greatest honor of my life, and I'll tell you why. Because I get to stand up and talk to you about this. This is a blank piece of paper. You're going to hear amazing songs tonight, and they all came from the minds and hearts of the people that created the songs as they faced this. Now, there was a day in Jamaica many years ago when I sat down with a blank piece of paper, wrote a song that I thought was going to be as big a rock and roll hit as my brother's song, Drift Away. I wrote something brilliant. I got a little sleep, and I got up and I listened to it. And I realized I had rewritten O Little Town of Bethlehem. So, swear to God, I swear. I took my place beside you, girl. Wait, oh, little town of Beth. Oh, Jesus. I mean, ooh, Jesus. You don't want to steal from the big amigo. It's a great honor to be here. It's a great honor to be here, and thank you, Sue, for the great introduction. You know you're doing something right in your life when you can walk into the Library of Congress and feel as if you've come home, and that's exactly what it feels like for all of us at ASCAP. We are so pleased that this is the home of the ASCAP Archive, officially titled the ASCAP Collection at the Library of Congress. You know what it's like to have a piece of your sheet music and then right next to the case with something that with Wolfgang's signature next to it? It's like spectacular. Tonight is our 7th annual celebration of the very special partnership between the library and the ASCAP Foundation. It's a relationship that was deepened and grew more and more beautiful during our 100th anniversary, our centennial exhibit, which was presented here by the library. And many of you, incidentally, many of the congressional members here attended the opening of our centennial exhibit. Many of you who are in the room tonight. A big thank you to all of you, all the members of Congress who come to these events. You are warriors for the light, and it's a great opportunity to share some of our work with you, and to thank you for the work you do for us. You know, we'll keep writing the songs and everything, and we live in the greatest country in the world where our copyrights can be protected. God bless you, and thank you for doing that work. Thank you. Applaud yourself on that one. Applaud yourself. I would also like to give a shout out, yay, to the entire library team and to single out Laura Chazelle and Kate Rivers for their handling of the ASCAP collection. And kudos, multi-kudos, black belt kudos to the producers of tonight's show, Karen Sherry, Adrian Ross, Colleen McDonough, Jim Steinblatt, and Nicole George Middleton, along with Julie Lepore and Rebecca Kesseling. Thank you. Give them a big round of applause. I would add my congratulations and excitement about the fact that Beth Matthews is here tonight, our new CEO. She is truly a warrior for the light. I use that expression a lot, and it's because of the times we're living in. She brings an amazing energy and a great heart and mind to the process. It's going to be an honor to spend that. I was just reelected to my 4th term. It's going to be wonderful to spend these next 2 years working alongside Beth. So, you know. Kick me out of ASCAP, I'm going to run for office here, I tell you right. No, I'm not. As we begin our program, I'd like to add that this evening is very special because each of the songs you'll be hearing was written by the songwriter that will be on stage performing it. And it's an amazing thing for all of us to hear our songs recorded by other people, but there's something special about singing them yourselves. I know if I was the only person who sang my songs, I'd be hot walking horses right now instead of standing here. But there's something marvelous about listening to these wonderful men and women sing their songs. And the best part of the whole deal is that to work in the business, to work in music, you don't have to give up your fan card. I'm a fan to all the people you're gonna enjoy tonight. So it's a fact that we have a number of legislators with us, our best of friends, who will be introducing songwriters, and that demonstrates the strong bond between those who write the laws and those who write the songs. It's a great evening ahead. Thank you all for what you bring to this room. It's an honor to be up here in front of you. Enjoy the show tonight.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, one day. Glory. Oh, glory. Glory. Oh, glory.
to the heavens. One man, no weapon goes against, yes, glory is destined. Every day women and men become legends. The sins that go against our skins become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is just a position in us. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. One man died, his spirit is revisiting us. True and living in us. Resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we march through Ferguson with our hands up. When it goes down, we women and man up. They tell us stand down, then we stand up. Shots be on the ground. The camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, it will be ours, and we will be sure. Now the world, glory, oh glory, 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 glory. Oh, war is not over, battle's not won. We will fight on to the finish. And when it's done, we'll cry glory, glory, oh glory, glory, oh glory, 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 glory. We'll cry glory, 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 oh glory, glory, glory.
Selma is now for every man, woman, and child. Even Jesus got his crown in front of a crowd. We march with the torch, we can run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles on dark roads. Heroes to become a hero, facing the League of Justice. His power is the people. Enemy is lethal, a king became regal. He saw the face of Jim Crow under a bald eagle. The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. We sing, our music is the cuts that we bleed through. Somewhere in the road he had an epiphany. Now we right the wrongs of history. No man can win a war individually. It takes the wisdom of the elders and young people's energy. Welcome to the story they call victory. The coming of the Lord, my eyes have seen the glory.
One day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, one day, when the glory comes, we will be sure, we be sure. Oh, glory, glory, yeah, glory, oh, glory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the representative of the 8th District of the State of New York and a member of the House Judiciary Committee, as well as the Committee on Education and the Workforce, please welcome the Honorable Hakeem Jeffries.
Thank you. The song you just heard was Glory, the Academy Award and Golden Globe winning theme from the film Selma. It was performed by one of its co-writers, a talented young man from Chicago, Che Rhymefest Smith. Along with Dennis Collins, who performed and sang the soulful chorus. The events depicted in Selma took place 50 years ago. But the words and ideas in the song, however, are as timely as ever. It illustrates the universal and timeless nature of music. Please give it up again for the song and for Rhymefest's spectacular performance. Now, in this room, there are great lovers of music, all of us. But when we leave today, let's also be great protectors of the rights of those who create the wonderful music that we love. It is now my honor to introduce another member of New York's congressional delegation, the representative of the 3rd Congressional District. He's a member of the House Committee on Appropriations and the Democratic Leadership Team, my good friend, the Honorable Steve Israel.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it for Hakeem Jeffries, for his leadership, everything that he does. You know, Woody Allen had that great line, politics is show business for ugly people. Hakeem defies that. He's a pretty good-looking member of Congress, and we appreciate everything he does, and so wonderful to be here with ASCAP and my colleagues in Congress. I'm going to be very brief. I have a very special introduction to make, but I just want to make this quick point. I'm dressed down because I spent my day today at Gettysburg, at the Gettysburg battlefield. I chair the Congressional Battlefield Preservation Caucus. We lose 10,000 acres of core battlefield in this country every year. And so I took some of my colleagues to Gettysburg today, which explains my khakis and my battlefield sneakers, and just got back, just made it here. But here's something that I learned that I didn't know that's relative to tonight. We were standing at one of the monuments. It happened to be a monument to a New York regiment on Little Round Top, which was the battle that saved Gettysburg and saved the Union. And engraved in this monument were the names of every soldier in this New York regiment that had lost his life. There were generals, there were colonels, there were lieutenant colonels, there were lieutenants, there were privates. But here's something that I saw today that I'd never seen in all my visits to Gettysburg. Included in that list of fatalities were 4 musicians, 4 men who enlisted to be the musicians for this New York regiment. Now, we don't think about music when we think about battles, and we don't think about music when we think about the military, but one thing that military history tells us is that it was the musicians that kept the order of battle. It was the drum beat, it was the percussion, it was the songs from home that kept unit cohesion and kept morale strong. And that's something that we should remember, and it is something we should value. Second point is this. Many of my colleagues who are here this evening are involved in a great debate in Congress as to whether we should increase our investments in science, in technology, in engineering, and in math. And we should increase those investments, but not at the devaluation of the creators. Not by if we devalue the composers and the artists. Because when we do that, we lose our spirituality, we lose our soul. It is creativity. We should remember, creativity is creators. And that's why I'm so pleased to be here this evening. Our next performer is the creator's creator. Now, there are some people in the musical arts who are composers. There are some people who are lyricists. There are some who are recording artists. Some are cabaret performers. Some are record producers. There are arrangers. There are conductors. There are playwrights. There are novelists. There are Broadway creators. There are creators of television scores. Rupert Holmes is all of these things. I do not know when this man sleeps. He does all of these things. We know him best for 2 infectious top 10 records from the early 1980s, which you'll soon be hearing. But he was also the creative force behind the Tony-winning musical Drood and several other theatrical productions. He wrote the theme song and the scripts for the cable TV hit Remember When, and his songs have been recorded by artists ranging from Dolly Parton to Frank Sinatra Jr., from Barbra Streisand to Britney Spears. There are so many more accomplishments that I could share with you, but there's just not enough time. And so I am so pleased and so honored to introduce the warm, the witty, the versatile, and the very gifted Rupert Holmes.
Thank you, Steve, for all you do for New York, for my home state. And thank you, all of you for caring about songs and songwriters and the survival of both of those species. It means a great deal to me. And I have a very special thank you to whoever it was who decided I should follow Glory from the movie Selma, sung by its charismatic creator, and Dennis. Beautiful job, Dennis. Great work. Following that song and performance gives me the same warm feeling in my stomach I got when I heard Merv Griffin say, "Well, we'd love to talk more with Orson Welles, but now let's meet Rupert Holmes." But I think, a prime example of how someone can burst on the scene and instantly achieve meteoric success overnight. I recorded my first song in 1966. It was not a hit, but sure enough, I did have my first #1 record only 17 years later. In the course of which, and by the way, it took a while to get that song. I worked on the lyrics for a number of years, and but I finally, when I wrote this trademark song of mine, one I can't really escape, the final lyric came to me in 1 hour, and there are a lot of critics who think I should have taken 2 hours. But I wrote the phrase the night before I recorded it. The vocal you hear on the record, I had written the lyric about 8 hours earlier, and I wrote, "If you like Humphrey Bogart and Getting Caught in the Rain." And as I got on mic, ready to sing it, I thought, I've done so many movie references, Humphrey Bogart. This is a story song about a couple, and they want an escape. Whenever you escape and you go on to the islands, you never order a Bud Light. You always order a drink with parasols and the flags of all nations, and if it can be blue, that's really great, you know. And I thought, what are the escape drinks? Daiquiri, Mai Tai, Pina Colada? I had never had a Pina Colada in my life. I've had many since. But so as the tape was rolling, I substituted for Humphrey Bogart the words Pina Colada, not knowing that meant the song I wrote called Escape would forever be called, and that sounds like a cue to me, the Pina Colada song. I was tired of my lady, we'd been together too long. Like a worn-out recording of a favorite song. So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the personal columns, there was this letter I read. It said, "If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, then I'm the love that you look for. Write to me and escape." I didn't think about my lady. I know that sounds kind of mean, but me and my own lady, we'd fallen into the same old dull routine. So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and though I'm nobody's poet, I thought it wasn't half bad. I wrote, "Yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food, I am into champagne. I've got to meet you by tomorrow noon and cut through all this red tape at a bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape." So I waited with high hopes, and she walked in the place. I knew her smile in an instant. I knew the curve of her face. It was my own lovely lady, and she said, "Oh, it's you." Then we laughed for a moment, and I said, "I never knew that you liked pina coladas and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean and the taste of champagne. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, then I'm the love that you've looked for. Come with me and escape." Now, this is probably the last time I'll ever sing this song at the Library of Congress. Could you help me out with some hand claps here? Oh, this is Woodstock all over again. I love it. Yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean and the taste of champagne. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, then I'm the love that you look for. Come with me and escape. Come with me and escape. Thank you. Thanks so much. That was the last #1 record of 1979. It was the first #1 record of 1980. So I can honestly say that I was at the top of the charts for 2 decades without interruption. And, I've written a lot of songs for a lot of wonderful vocalists. But that song, I recorded that song myself, of course. And people think that's the only song I wrote and recorded that was on the top 10. And so if you look on the internet, you will always see one-hit wonders, and it's Rupert Holmes. And I am really offended by that. I'm really offended by that because I was a 2-hit wonder. This song went to #6 on the charts, which I think qualifies, and we're going to do it for you now. You may remember it, maybe not as well as Pina Colada. Over by the window, there's a pack of cigarettes. Not my brand, you understand. Sometimes the girl forgets. She forgets to hide them. I know who left those smokes behind. She'll say, he's just a friend. And I'll say, oh, I'm not blind to him. What's she gonna do about him? She's gonna have to do without him, or do without me. No one wants to get it for free. It's me or it's him. Don't know what he looks like. Don't know who he is. Don't know why she thought that I would say what's mine is his. I don't want to own her, but I can't let her have it both ways. 3 is 1 too many of us. She leaves with me or stays with him. What's she gonna do about him? She's gonna have to do without
just exactly how we once were. It's goodbye to he and I, and back to me and her. Without him, what's she gonna do about him? She's gonna have to do without him, or do without me. No one gets to get it for free. It is time for me to make the girl see. It's me or it's him. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have with us this evening the representative of Georgia's 4th Congressional District. He serves on the House Judiciary and Armed Services Committees. Please welcome the Honorable Hank Johnson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. The new millennium has seen Atlanta, Georgia's emergence as one of our nation's leading music cities, in large part because it is a fertile ground for great songwriting in the R&B and hip-hop fields. Usher, Jermaine Dupri, TLC, and Ludacris are among the superstars who call A-Town their home, as does our next performer. She has a prodigious songwriting career, and she is a prodigious songwriting talent. Mariah Carey, Rihanna, Monica, and Natasha Bedingfield have all enjoyed major hits with her songs, and Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, Jennifer Hudson, and Janet Jackson have also recorded her music. There may, however, be no more powerful interpreter of her songs than she herself, as you are about to hear. Her forthcoming album is titled I Am Crystal Nicole. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the very gifted Crystal Nicole.
Whoa. I was at sound check earlier and I was just as free as a bird because nobody was in these seats. But it's definitely something amazing to stand here in front of all of you. I'm glad the lights are so bright because I can barely see all of you, so that works out for me. I just want to thank ASCAP for not only caring about music, but caring about the creators and the people behind the music. I come from a very plain and simple background. I grew up in Georgia, born and raised. And basically, I wanted to be a singer. That was my dream, my claim to fame. I was the little girl with the comb and brush in the mirror as a microphone. And songwriting was the furthest thing from my mind. And then I was told by so many people that I couldn't be an artist. I couldn't be a singer because I was too much this, not enough of that. I was overweight, or I was too dark, or my hair wasn't long enough, or my eyes weren't bright enough. And so with all of that, I kind of just poured myself into writing songs. It became kind of therapeutic for me to just kind of get out my frustrations. I couldn't understand why I was given an ability and then the world told me I couldn't see it through. So songwriting definitely, it was a safe place to go for me. But I was broke though, so as safe as it was, it didn't help me turn the lights on. So after riding around Atlanta, going from studio to studio, riding with no insurance, on ball tires, I was like buying Slim Jims for lunch because that's all I could afford, things like that. And ain't nothing wrong with Slim Jims, God bless Slim Jims, but they, after about a week of them, you just, so the point is I'm thankful, I'm blessed, I'm honored to be able to be here on a real microphone that's not a comb and a brush, in front of an amazing body of people. And these two songs that I was able to write for these amazing artists, they have helped allowed me to be here tonight. So this first one is called Only Girl in the World, and it was made famous by Rihanna. Feel free to clap your hands if you want to. Yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la. Want you to love me like I'm a hot ride. Yeah. Be thinking of me, doing what you like. So boy, forget about the world, 'cause it's gonna be me and you tonight. Yeah, yeah. I wanna make you beg for it, then I'ma make you swallow your pride. Oh, want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world, like I'm the only one that you'll ever love, like I'm the only one that knows your heart, only girl in the world, like I'm the only one that's in command, 'cause I'm the only one who understands how to make you feel like a man. Yeah, to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world, like I'm the only one that you'll ever love, like I'm the only one that knows your heart, only one. Take it, yeah, like a thief in the night. Ha. Hold me like a pillow, yeah, and make me feel right. So won't you tell me all your secrets, what you keep, and let me come inside. Yeah. And when you enter, you ain't leaving, be my prisoner for the night. Oh, want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world, like I'm the only one that you'll ever love, like I'm the only one that knows your heart, only girl in the world, like I'm the only one that's in command, 'cause I'm the only one who understands how to make you feel like a man. Yeah, take me for a ride, let me take you high, let me make you mine, mine. Make it last all night, night. Take me for a ride, let me take you high, high. Let me make you mine, mine. Make it last all night. Yeah. To make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world, like I'm the only one that you'll ever love, 'cause I'm the only one that knows your heart, only girl in the world, like I'm the only one that's in command, 'cause I'm the only one who understands how to make you feel like a man, only girl in the world, girl in the world, only girl in the world, girl in the Oh, stop. Oh, no. You know, if only I could dance, that would just make that all the better. This next song is a song that I wrote for my husband. He hates when I do this because he's shy. But pretty much in a nutshell, I was blessed enough to gain some success in the industry, and I kind of lost myself in the process. Basically, every time I would gain another check or another accolade, I would trade pieces of who I was. And our marriage suffered for it. We almost got divorced several times, and I was pretty much out in LA, living the life, doing the celebrity thing. And I came to myself. I looked in the mirror one day, and I realized that I was made for more than just an accolade. I realized that I was given a gift so that I could bless people, not just take things for myself. And I wrote this song about my husband and how much I just love him. So I'm gonna sing it to him tonight. Okay, boo? You got that? Here we go. Must not have been paying attention. I stepped right on in it, didn't even notice how deep I was. Went from the ground to the top of a cloud. And now as I look down, I see where I fell into your arms. Now I got love all over me. 'Cause baby, you touched every part of me. Ooh, I got love all over me, yeah. And I don't wanna get it off. I'm completely covered up in your love. Even my skin is changing. Whoa. Said I'm feeling warmer, no more icy blue. Hot from me. You put the color back in my life. And now where there was black and white, your love made me iridescent. Now I got love all over me. 'Cause baby, you touched every part of me. Ooh, I got love all over me, yeah. And I don't wanna get it off. I'm completely covered up in your love. Before your love, baby, I was muddy, filthy with pain till you took it from me. Yeah, worthy with a new beginning. Now I'm clean. Oh, something by surprise when you ran up on me. I came to life, baby, in that moment. You put your hands on my heart, baby, now it beats. And now I got love all over me. You touched every part of me. I got love all over me, yeah. And I don't wanna get it. I'm completely covered up in your love. In your love. I'm covered up in your love, baby. In your love. And I don't wanna get it off. Completely covered up in your love.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Senator from Tennessee and Chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, please welcome the Honorable Bob Corker.
Crystal, for what it's worth, I thought it was all just right. Thank you. It's great to be here to honor those creators that touch our heart and our souls, and to make us think of those things that are most meaningful in our lives. So thank you for letting me be a part of this. Music showcases the incredible talent and vision of Tennesseans across the country and around the world, and our next songwriter is no exception. He's one of Nashville's most admired songwriters. A Tennessee native who grew up later in Texas, his first career was in the real estate industry, but he quietly honed his songwriting craft until he felt he was ready to move back to the great music city, Nashville, Tennessee. His songs followed, including Life's a Dance, Thinking Problem, and Walk on Faith. He is also proud to have co-written the anti-bullying anthem, Don't Laugh at Me, recorded by Mark Willis and Peter, Paul, and Mary. The selections he'll be performing tonight are signature songs from Miranda Lambert and Bonnie Raitt. Please help me welcome the great Alan Shamblin.
Thank you very much, members of Congress and ASCAP. This is a special night for me, as I know it is for all the songwriters and musicians. May 1st marked the 28th year that I've been writing songs for a living. I was parking cars in Nashville, Tennessee, and a lady pulled in and handed me a small check and said, we'd like you to come write songs for us. And since then, every day, for 28 years, I get up, I make me a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, I say a prayer, and I sit down. A few years ago, I was struggling, and I got a call from a buddy of mine, Tom Douglas, and he said, do you remember that song we started 4 years ago? And I said, yeah. And he said, let's take a look at it tomorrow. So I drove over to his house, and we sat down, and everything that was wrong with the song was very evident. First of all, it was about 20 minutes long. So we shortened it quite a bit. Once a year, I go back to Huffman, Texas, and I drive by the house I grew up in. It grounds me. It reminds me of crawling out that window, laying on the roof, and learning how to play a C chord on my guitar. I know they say you can't go home again, but I just had to come back one last time. And ma'am, I know you don't know me from Adam, but these handprints on the front steps, they're mine. And up those stairs in that little back bedroom is where I did my homework and I learned to play guitar. And I bet you didn't know, under that live oak, my favorite dog is buried in the yard. And I thought if I could touch this place or feel it, this brokenness inside me might start healing. And out here it's like I'm someone else. I thought that maybe I could find I could just come in, I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the house that built me. Well, Mama cut out pictures of houses for years, from Better Homes and Garden magazines. The plans were drawn, the concrete poured, nail by nail and board by board. Daddy gave life to Mama's dream. And I thought if I could touch this place or feel it, this brokenness inside me might start healing. And out here it's like I'm someone else. I thought that maybe I could find myself if I could just come in. I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the house that built me. You leave home, you move on, and you do the best you can. Well, I got lost in this old world and forgot who I am. And I thought if I could touch this place or feel it, this brokenness inside me might start healing. And out here it's like I'm someone else. I thought that maybe I could find myself if I could walk around. I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the house that built me. Thank you very much. When I first moved to Nashville, I was writing with a great songwriter, former all-pro defensive end for the Cincinnati Bengals, retired at the age of 27, to move to Nashville to become a songwriter, and everybody laughed at him. He's now in the Songwriting Hall of Fame. That's Mike Reed. And Mike and I were working every day, or one day a week, and there's an article in the with each other. We were working with other people or by ourselves, and there was an article in the Nashville Tennessean, or the Nashville Banner, about a homeless man who lived under the bridge, and he said they were interviewing him, and he said his wife came and picked him up under the bridge yesterday and took him down to the courthouse and to get a divorce. And he said, you know, we hugged and we cried, and then we went through with the divorce. And then he said, you know, you just can't make a woman love you if she don't. And Mike and I worked on this song for several months as a up-tempo bluegrass song, and we had visions of bluegrass artists in mind. And one day I went over to Mike's house, and he sat down at the grand piano and played this melody that gave me chills all over my body. And I said, wow, Mike, whatever you do, I don't think you should put words to that. That might be the prettiest melody I've ever heard. And then he circled back around and sang the words that we had written to the bluegrass song over this melody. And I said, forget everything I just said. I'm very blessed to have Bonnie Raitt and Prince and Adele and many record this, and I know probably 2/3 of the people in this room can sing this a lot better than me. So. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close. Don't patronize, don't patronize me. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. And you can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. And I'll close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. And morning will come, and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight. And I will give up this fight. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. And you can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Senator from Tennessee and the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions, please welcome the Honorable Lamar Alexander.
My special guest tonight is Dr. Francis Collins, who led the Human Genome Project and is the head of the National Institutes of Health. And I've been quizzing him tonight about which gene is responsible for the extraordinary talent of the man I'm about to introduce, or for that matter, all these songwriters. Like a lot of country music, the person I'm about to introduce came from a family that came from Southwest Missouri. The people in Southwest Missouri, Northwest Arkansas, Eastern Tennessee, all are the real hillbillies of our country. They're where a lot of the country music came from. John Bettis grew up in California, went to California State University. One might say he was the third carpenter. In 1966, at the university, he formed a band with Karen and Richard Carpenter, and he wrote the lyrics to 38 of their songs, including Top of the World. That continued into the 1970s. He came to Nashville. Then in the 1980s, listen to what he did. He wrote for the Pointer Sisters, wrote for Michael Jackson, wrote for Madonna, he wrote for Whitney Houston. Then in the 1990s, he wrote music for The Godfather and a #1 hit for George Strait. Now, I don't know which gene, Dr. Collins, allows you to cross that spectrum, but it's a remarkable set of genes. That won him a couple of Emmy Awards, nomination for Academy and Golden Globe. He's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. And on top of that, most important to those of us in Nashville, he meets the standard for the late Minnie Pearl's rule of life, which is this. She used to say, I've gotten to the point in life where I've decided if people aren't nice, they're not so hot in my book, no matter how big they are. Along with all his talent, our next guest is just plain nice. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big welcome from Nashville, Tennessee, to John Bettis.
Well, thank you, Senator Alexander, one of my favorite people in the world. I've never had Minnie Pearl quoted at me before. Thank you very much. Thank you. How we doing? This is like a family reunion for me. Yeah! This is like going home for Christmas to me. A lot of these people I don't know, some like Alan I do, but we're always locked away in a room with one other person trying to do it again. So we never get a chance to see each other. Yes, 1966 was a good year. It was a good year for Ford Mustangs. It was a good year for the Beach Boys with Pet Sounds. It was a good year for me. I met a guy at my college choir named Richard Carpenter. And we started fooling around writing songs like we knew what we were doing. And he whirled around on the piano bench one day and said, listen, I've got a sister who plays drums and sings. Do you want to make a group? Since I was out of Wake at the time, I said, yeah. And we thought we were songwriters at that point. It was 1967 when this happened. And we got a job at Disneyland. And we started singing old-timey songs and finally learned how to play Ain't She Sweet Right Now. And I started living in my car because there was no time to go home to my mom's house. And we rehearsed and we wrote, we rehearsed and we wrote. And I stayed in that Ford station wagon for longer than I care to remember. And then the stress of it all kind of broke us up. In about 1969, they got a record deal. And we thought we had an album full of songs that America would love. And we recorded 11 of those, and America didn't share our opinion. So thank God we had some guys who had been professional songwriters like Bacharach and David, Paul Williams and Roger Nichols, who had some wonderful standards laying there that Richard could arrange and Karen could sing the doors off of. And we kept writing, and I kept writing. And we eventually got good enough to where we got together in early 1972. And on one day, we wrote a song of ours called Goodbye to Love. And on the next day, we found a way to write this one. And we'll do it for you now.
「
such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Got a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me things are not the same. In the leaves on the trees, the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day is through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine if you are here. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Oh, I miss being in a band. Oh, especially with singers like that. Oh, my God. Yeah. I remembered at sound check to sing softer. They make you look good. They really do. Folks like me, as if you can't tell by one look, are supposed to be either transparent or invisible. What we do is we, in the best of circumstances, we speak through the artist the right way. And we also speak, I hope, from time to time, for the people. And that's something for 50 years now I've took pretty serious. It is an honor, but also a duty, to spend a lifetime doing what I've done. It's not so much I do it anymore, I kind of became it. I kind of don't know where it stops and I begin. When these things become all songs, Kenny Loggins says this once, he was so right. All songs get delivered. It's as if they were there before you got there. And they are delivered specifically to the person they're delivered to. And I hope we can continue to live in a world where we can foster that, protect that, give it to my kids, give it to your kids, give it to anybody's kids. And so anyhow, and speaking of being invisible, I have been blessed my whole life by having singers of such high quality embrace what I did. And I'm about to introduce you to one of my latest loves. This lady has worked with me for 2 or 3 years now as we've been developing a musical based on Josephine Baker. And she is truly a living spirit in the body of a voice. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a great artist, a wonderful friend of mine, Miss Deborah Cox, who's going to help me out with the next song.
John, I just have to say it's really an honor to be here tonight singing this song in particular, because this song really embodies everything that I'm standing here doing today, you know, as an artist. So thank you for this incredible song, One Moment in Time.
Each day I live, I want to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart for every game to taste the sweet. I face the pain, I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time where I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time where I'm racing with destiny. And in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. I've lived to be the very best. I want it all, no time for less. I've laid the plan, now lay the checks here in my hands. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give
was a slight mix-up, and so I'm going to have the honor of introducing our next guest. Congressman Tom Reed was supposed to be here, and evidently did not get the message that the vote had ended, and so you get... And that's exactly what happened, and until we see TMZ, we won't know the absolute for sure, but you know, forgive my humor. The birthplace of this evening's next performer is Jamestown, New York. Her original band, 10,000 Maniacs, broke out in the 80s with a huge impact, with a new folk rock sound capped by her distinctive vocals and insightful lyrics. She began her solo career after that with a multi-platinum selling album called Tiger Lily that had 3 hit singles. Not 1, not 2, but 3. But wait, there's more. 3 hit singles on the one album. She's enjoyed a very successful, continuing success as a recording artist, a touring artist. It's a great honor to introduce you to the iconic Natalie Merchant. Enjoy.
I can't help feeling a little unusual. Because I never play the piano in public. But all I've ever done is write songs as an adult. Well, even before I was an adult. I signed my first contract with a major label when I was 19 years old. And I made my first album as an independent when I was 18. So music is basically all I'm capable of doing. And if ASCAP doesn't continue doing such a great job of collecting my royalties, I think the only other thing I can do is clean houses, because I'm really good at cleaning houses. I'm really useless at just about everything else. But I was raised in the 1960s and 70s, and the music that I was most drawn to on the radio were songs about greater aspirations for humanity. And that sounds like a big goal of a pop song, but I believe that pop songs can contain that. You listen to a song like Imagine by John Lennon, and it makes you weep for humanity and the possibility for all of us. It unites us, breaks down barriers, and they're potent. Pop songs are potent. And 20 years ago, I recorded a song called Wonder. And I felt like there were so many songs about romantic love. Romantic love had been covered. What I wanted to write about was other forms of love. Familial love, parental love you feel for your child. And it's really difficult for me to talk about this song. I have difficulty even talking about this song because over the last 20 years, it has brought so many people to me, opened up so many doors. I've been welcomed to so many places, into so many hearts. Because I wrote this song about a child who had special needs. And the child overcame those special needs because of the love of her parents. The love and belief in her strength. So now I'll attempt to sing it. But I have Ramona, Cindy, and Dennis to help me. Doctors have come from distant cities just to see me. Stand over my bed, disbelieving what they see. They say I must be one of the wonders of God's own creation. And as far as they see, they can offer no explanation. Newspapers ask such intimate questions, they want confessions. reaching to my hand, they try to steal the glory of my story. They say I must be one of the wonders of God's own creation. As far as you see, you can offer me no explanation. Fate smiled there, destiny. After she came to my cradle, no, this child will be able. Left as my body she lifted. No, this child will be gifted with love and with patience, with faith. She'll make her way. She'll make her way. People see me, I'm a challenge to your balance. Well, I'm over your heads. How I confound you and astound you to know I must be one of the wonders of God's own creation. As far as you see, you can offer me no explanation. But I believe fate smiled at destiny. Left as she came to my cradle. No, this child will be able. Left as my body she lifted. No, this child will be gifted. Left as she came to my mother. No, this child will not suffer. With love and with patience and with faith, she'll make her way. She'll make her way. Make a way. She'll make a way. Oh, thank you. Thank you all for coming tonight, and thank you for your good work you do on our behalf. Everyone at ASCAP and all our elected officials as well. Thank you so much. You're going to send my daughter to college. You bought my house. I owe you everything, so thank you.
You've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. And for your kindness, I'm in debt to you. And for your selflessness, my admiration. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Now you've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. And for your kindness, I'm in debt to you. And I never could have come this far without you. So for everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, I want to thank you for so many gifts you gave with love and tenderness. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity, the love and honesty that you gave me. I want to thank you, show my gratitude, my love and my respect for you. I want to thank you. Oh, I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank you, thank you. Ooh, I want to thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I want to thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I want to thank you, thank you. Thank you. I want to thank you, thank you. Ooh, I want to thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Senator from California. She chairs the Senate Committee on Environment and Public Works and serves on the committees on Commerce, Science and Transportation, Foreign Relations, and Ethics. Please welcome the Honorable Barbara Boxer.
Hi, everybody. Natalie says thank you. What do we say to these entertainers? Oh! They're touching every single emotion. And it is such a joy to be here. It's my favorite event, and it's so much better than being in the Senate fighting about trade, which we did all day today. And of course, it's again a special privilege for me to celebrate the music and the legacy of two of my dearest friends in the whole wide world, Alan and Marilyn Bergman. I'll just read you some titles of songs and just have them run by you as I say them. The Way We Were, The Windmills of Your Mind, You Don't Bring Me Flowers, It Might Be You, That Face, Nice and Easy, I Believe in Love, The Way He Makes Me Feel. How do you keep the music playing? Moonlight, The Summer Knows, If We Were in Love, All His Children, The Girl Who Used to Be Me, What Are You Doing the Rest of Your Life, and Papa, Can You Hear Me? That's just a small sample. The soundtrack of love and hope and everything else. If a songwriter wrote just one of these songs, he or she, I believe, would be celebrated as an incredible lyricist. But to have written all of them, and I just gave you a small sample, well, I think it's fair to say that Alan and Marilyn Bergman have filled entire volumes of the soundtrack of America. They have written songs for films like Yentl, The Thomas Crown Affair, and Tootsie. They have written songs for TV shows like Brooklyn Bridge, Maude, and In the Heat of the Night. They have written songs for performers from Fred Astaire to Ray Charles, to Neil Diamond, to Tony Bennett, and of course the incomparable Barbra Streisand. Yeah, they've been around a while. So long that when Frank Sinatra asked them to write a song for him, he called them kids. Kids, can you write me a song? Now, later in life, much later, Alan started to sing his own songs, opening up a whole new career and earning rave reviews. Now, when he launched his performing career, I got permission from Marilyn, believe me, I got permission to start a new group, Groupies for Alan Bergman. And we're very fortunate tonight. We all get to be his groupies tonight. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, one half of the great Alan and Marilyn Bergman songwriting duo, Mr. Alan Bergman.
Hi, everybody. Well, everybody's talking about when they started here. I have to tell you, I started writing songs when I was 11 years old. My father said, I thought you were going to go in my business. I said, no, I have to be a songwriter. Not I want to be, I have to be. But I really started writing songs that were pretty good. With Marilyn, that was in 1956. I was writing with a composer in the morning, and she was writing with him in the afternoon. She didn't like to get up early. And we've been doing it ever since. So when you do something you love, like writing songs, and do it with somebody you love, you really have the world. And we do. Thank you. As often as not, some of these songs start with a song, with a call, a telephone call. And one day, Norman Lear, who we had written Good Times for, and Maud, and a couple other television shows, themes for television shows, he called and said, I have a new script, and I'm sending it over. I'd like you to write a song with Neil Diamond for this theme. And he sent the script over, and with Neil we wrote a song. Betwixt the script and the pilot, which he sent over after they shot the show, the song didn't apply anymore at all. The show now had become about role reversal, a world in which women dominated men. A fantasy, of course. Neil was on tour, and he couldn't write another song, so Marilyn and I, in the absence of a composer, Marilyn and I wrote what you would call a kind of precursor to rap. This is a long time ago, and we call it Genesis according to Norman Lear. And one morning the Lord, she woke up to say, I feel like I want to be creative today. So, by virtue of the power I vested in me, I made the heaven, earth, and the deep blue sea. Things that swim, fly, walk by, creep, and crawl. Now I better make someone to name them all. Yes, a human was needed in the neighborhood, so the Lord made woman, and it was good. She said the Garden of Eden's no place to be alone, so from the rib of the Adam came Adam, full grown. As time went by, this groom and bride followed the instructions and multiplied. She'd hunt, he'd cook, she worked, he played. While she administered the government, he crocheted. She wore the mail, he wore the veil. Her head was crowned, his feet were bound. He concubined and walked behind. She was, you'll pardon the expression, the mastermind. So is it any wonder why the men complain when from the dawn of time it's been a woman's domain? Well, unfortunately, that show didn't last as long as it told me to tell this story. But Neil recorded the original song. And then Barbra Streisand recorded the song. And as luck would have it, and I do mean luck would have it, a DJ in Kentucky was having trouble with his wife. And he put these two versions together. Luckily, they were both in the same key. And he played it on the air, and the switchboard went crazy. Record company insisted that Neil and Barbara record the song. And funny how things work out, it turned out to be pretty good. And this is the song. You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs. Hardly talk to me anymore when he comes through the door at the end of the day. I remember when you couldn't wait to love me. Used to hate to leave me. Now after loving me late at night, when it's good for you and you're feeling all right, well, you just roll over and you turn out the light. 'Cause you don't bring me flowers anymore. Used to be so natural. Talk about forever. Used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor like they used to before. Baby, I remember all the things you taught me. I learned how to love. I learned how to cry. Learned how to laugh. Even learned how to lie. Well, you'd think I could learn how to tell you goodbye. 'Cause you don't say you need me. You don't bring me love songs. You don't bring me flowers anymore. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Marilyn, thanks you. Well, you know, songwriting these days is in a little trouble. We have to in some way revise the copyright law, and it's really up to all you congressmen and senators to help us through this tough fight. Just think how unthinkable it would be in a world without songs. Life would not be sustainable without the sounds that so comfort us. Imagine living in a world where birds were suddenly forbidden to sing, where rainbows came in only black and white. Those who make the music and words take us back to other places, other feelings, other times, and all by singing the dots that we call notes above the words, which are the ones that connect the emotions of the singers to our own. So please help us. Take care of it. Oh, thank you. Now another phone call. This time from a wonderful director and friend, Norman Jewison. He had a script called Best Friends about a pair of screenwriters who worked together. Norman thought we might know something about that. So he asked us to write a song with Michel Legrand. It seems the pair, though partners and lovers for several years, were reluctant to get married, afraid that it would end the romance. So, as usual, we asked Michel a question like, what are you doing the rest of your life, and so on. We asked him another question, and that was, how do you keep the music playing? And to help me sing that song tonight is a terrific singer from Nashville, Larry White. Larry? Hello, my dear.
Hello, my dear.
Okay, shoot. How do you keep the music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep the song from fading too fast?
How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say?
And since we all know we're always changing, how can it be the same?
And tell me how year after year you're sure your heart will fall apart each time you hear his name.
I know the way I feel for you, it's now or never.
The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever.
Forever. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows.
As it grows,
With any luck, then I suppose
the music
never song from fading. Keep the song from fading too fast. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any luck, then I suppose the music never
Ladies and gentlemen, the representative from the 10th Congressional District of New York, who serves on the House Committee for the Judiciary and is ranking member of the Subcommittee on Courts, Intellectual Property, and the Internet. Please welcome the Honorable Gerald Nadler.
Thank you very much, and good evening. When you think of the band Steely Dan, what comes to mind are jazzy melodies that move in surprising directions, lyrics that are poetic, witty, and mysterious, and brilliantly played and engineered recordings. Steely Dan was co-founded more than 4 decades ago by Walter Becker and by our next performer, Donald Fagen. The pair met when they were both students at Bard College in upstate New York. Their creativity and unique sensibility has resulted in 9 platinum albums, 5 top 20 singles, multiple Grammy Awards, and induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Donald has also recorded 4 acclaimed solo albums, and in 2013 issued a well-reviewed book of essays on music titled Eminent Hipsters. I am proud to introduce Donald Fagen.
Kids, thanks for coming tonight. Appreciate it. Thanks to ASCAP for this event, and thanks to the Library of Congress for hosting this event. You know, when Walter and I founded Steely Dan more than 40 years ago, we decided we'd concentrate on making records, writing tunes. Can't do that anymore. There's no record business. Essentially, there's no record stores, hardly any CD stores. It's become online, which is a whole different thing. So, just like politicians, show business has its ups and downs. So you need to, if we don't tour, we can't make a living anymore. Really, ASCAP helps. But if everything was equal, some of that money that I think we have a right to that, from writing those tunes so long ago would really help us. So thanks very much for coming.
Lots above it. This is your big debut, like a it with your letter, done up in blueprint blue. It's good on you. When you smile for the camera, I love you better. Hang it. Come back to you. Come back to you. That'll show you see it all redeemed. Very far and moving. I like your pension. Keep it with your letter, done up in blueprint blue. Looks good on you. When you smile for the camera, well, I love you better. Come back to you. Come back to you. That'll show you see it all we need. Come back to you. Come back to you. That shine of stars. You see it all we need. Come back to you. Come back to you. That shine of stars. You see it all we need. Your baby gone moving. One more chorus. Thank you. How about this band? There's Dean Parks on the guitar right there. Thank you. Your everlasting summer, you can see it fading fast. Grab a piece of something and you think it's gonna last. Well, you wouldn't know a diamond if you held it in your hand. Things you think are precious, I can't understand.
Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine?
You've been
telling me you're a genius since you were 17. And all the time I've known you, I still don't know what you mean. Weekend, college, done it like a plan. Things that pass for knowledge I can't understand.
Are you really in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you really in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine?
Spent a lot of money and I spent a lot of time. Trip we made to Hollywood is just upon my mind. All the things we never seen you find another man. The things you think are useless I can't understand.
Are you really in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you really in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine?
Ladies and gentlemen, the representative from the 9th Congressional District of Georgia. He is a member of the House Committees on the Judiciary and Rules. Please welcome the Honorable Doug Collins.
Thank you. Good evening. I don't know about you, but sitting here tonight and listening, it's not that when we write the songs, it's when they write the songs. I'm sitting here, down here in the front row, when I got over here, when I realized when they write the songs, I'm seeing my life flash before my eyes. In every song and every memory. And I believe that's worth protecting. I believe that's worth encouraging. 3 and 4 minute increments of our life. That is what is amazing. And tonight, I have the distinction of introducing our final performer. One of the leading lights of the burgeoning music scene in Atlanta, Georgia. A songwriter, recording artist, producer, A&R executive, entrepreneur, actor, dancer. He is an Arkansas native who grew up in Las Vegas. His given name is Schaefer Shamir Smith, but the world knows him as Neo. The recipient of 3 Grammy Awards, he first made his mark as a songwriter for other performers. Mario, Rihanna, Mary J. Blige, Monica, and Beyonce have all enjoyed hits with his songs. One of the brightest stars of the new millennium, his first 3 albums were certified platinum. His talents also extend to acting in motion pictures such as Stomp the Yard, Red Tails. Nonfiction, his new hit album reached #1 on the R&B charts and #5 in the pop. 3 years ago, the Songwriters Hall of Fame honored him with a Hal David Starlight Award. And for all the husbands and boyfriends in the room, all of us know someone else because we all have probably someone in our life that is a Miss Independent. But right now, it is my honor to present to you, to our stage, the wonderful Neo.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all all right? Have you enjoyed yourselves today? Have you enjoyed this? I most certainly have. Ah, man, I tell you, every time I get into a situation like this, it makes me realize how much more work I have to do. Man, there's some amazing talent, some amazing songwriters here, and I'm happy to share the stage. I absolutely am. First song I'm going to do for you guys is actually my first #1 ever in life. You know, I started out as a songwriter first until I decided to, you know, step in front of the camera, step in front of the lights, so to speak. Grew up a very, very shy kid. Still a little shy to this day, can't you tell? Very much so. I was the guy in high school. I was the safe guy in high school. I was the guy that all of the girls were friends with, just friends. They weren't interested in me in any way other than, Schaefer, my boyfriend did this. What do you think? I was that dude. I was the dude that they would come and talk to. Never ever had the guts to tell any of these girls how I felt about them, would write poems about them, the whole 9 poems that would stay in my little book, and they would never see the light of day. So this particular song comes from that time in my life where I just wanted to be the guy to treat this girl the way that she deserved to be treated. So with that being said, here we go. Listen, baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, so the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories now. You know that they're all lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I'd be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserves good things. Fistful of dollars, handful of rings. Baby, you're a star. I just want to show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Say, baby, good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me. You deserve better, girl. We should be together, girl. Hey, with me and you, it's whatever, girl. Hey, so can we make this thing ours? Baby, you should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Hey, say, baby, good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Say, baby, you should let me love you. Hey, baby, let me be the one to give. Said everything you need. Said everything, babe. So will you take me, baby? Oh, love you, hey. Let me love you, love. So baby, you should let me love you, yeah. This next song, next song, wrote for a young lady out of Houston, Texas, somewhere. You may or may not have heard of her. Her name's Beyonce. Ever heard of her? No? Give it time. She'll come around. Initially, I wrote this song for myself and realized was taught a very, very valuable lesson. See, men and women are not very different in the realm of the way that we deal with certain situations. For example, were you, as a man, dating a young woman and you found out that she was cheating on you, she was driving around in a car that you paid for with somebody else, it'd be very, very reasonable for you to go to the left, yeah. I could have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, she'll be here in a minute. It'd be very reasonable for you to do that. However, singing about it as a man doesn't really work. It comes across a little mean, a little misogynistic, but a woman singing it comes across empowering. It comes across like, that's right, girl, we ain't gonna take it no more. So I had to go ahead and pass that one on to somebody that can get the point across a little better than us. So with that being said, the song that had husbands and boyfriends all over the world mad at me for a very long time, this is Irreplaceable. I hope you enjoy. To the left, yeah, yeah. To the left, hey. Yeah. To the left. We ready? Oh, you must not know about me. You must not know about me. Said I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, she'll be here in a minute, baby. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. Said I can have another you by tomorrow. Don't you ever for a second get to thinking you're irreplaceable. They really do make you look really good. They really do. My microphone went off. Can you still hear me? There we go. That was me. I did that. I turned it off. Yeah. Okay. This next group of songs, actually, I did these once I got a little bit of success. Hey, how you doing? Got a little bit of success, started traveling a little bit, and started realizing that genre doesn't matter as much as melody. I stopped paying attention to genre so much and started paying attention to melody and just the things that you could do with melody. So that took me to a place where I was introduced to EDM, dance music, things of that nature, the more up-tempo stuff that I'm doing as of late. These are two of my personal favorites. One you may know, one you may not. You may know both of them, or you may not. I don't know. Anyway, either way, we're just going to get it going. I'm nervous, so I'm talking a lot. I'm going to shut up. Here we go. Turn the lights off in this place, and she shines just like a star. And I swear I know her face, I just don't know who you are. Turn the music up in here, I still hear her loud and clear, like she's right there in my ear, telling me that she wants to own me, to control me. Come closer, come closer. Hey, hey, and I just just enough to get up in this club. Have me a good time before my time is up. Let's get it out. Ooh, I want the time of my life. Yeah, yeah. Oh, baby. Ooh, give me the time of my life. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody going through something. Everybody's going through something. Everybody going through something. Everybody's going through something. Roll it up, drink it up, throw it up tonight. Oh, yeah. Everybody going through something. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's going through something. Roll it up, drink it up, throw it up tonight. Oh, yeah.
This for everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that. But every day
Here we
above
go.
ground is a
1,
great
2, 3, gotta do my about a week ago. Ass off. But I got just enough to get up in this club and be a good time. Hey, 1, 2, let's get it now. Ooh, I want the time of my life. Yeah. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby, give me the time of my life. Hey, hey, hey. Let's get it now. I want to take this opportunity to thank the members of Congress. Thank y'all so much for everything y'all do. Appreciate y'all looking out for the songwriter. Shout out to ASCAP.
Get on the
Shout out to
performer,
all
Doc
the
Dave.
amazing talent that came up here and graced this stage tonight.
Come on up, everybody. All the performers. Get up here. I want to thank you all for sharing this night with us. Let me introduce the band while we're playing. Mr. Chris Caswell. On the drums, Omar Hakeem. The guitarist, the iconic Dean Parks. On saxophone, Mr. John Lee Sanders. Vocalist, Dennis Collins, Ramona Dunlap, and Cindy Mazzell. Thanks for coming, everybody. God bless you. When you hear a song, think of us.
Keep the music alive, y'all. Again, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Peace and love, everyone.
On bass, Mr. James Genus. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. On behalf of ASCAP and the Library of Congress, God bless. Thank you.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.